Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Love Your Liver presentation. I was really honoured to be able to share this presentation at a women's health and wellbeing event a short while ago, focusing on menopause. And I really want to share this with as many women as possible, not because this is the one solution that is going to fix everything, but to help inspire you and educate you about your bodies and recognize how incredibly amazing and brilliant your bodies actually are. It's a hard thing to comprehend when we're suffering and struggling with symptoms, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I do not believe that we are designed to suffer and struggle with symptoms of menopause. And I'm hoping that today's presentation will help you shift your perspective on what you think is potentially the problem and help you uncover solutions that are going to support you now and for the rest of your life. So what I'm going to do is just share my screen with you, and then we'll get started. Okay. So welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Julie Grint. And what I do is I'm a coach, I'm a healer, I'm an energy worker, and my focus is really on helping women get in tune with their bodies. My mission is to help women understand how to take ownership of their health, really putting the power back in their hands so that they can confidently navigate life as the women that they're naturally designed to be. And my approach is holistic and natural. So what do I mean by that? What is a holistic approach? Well, a holistic approach towards health means that you take into account the whole of you. So that's the health of your mindset, emotions, your physical body, even your lifestyle and your environment, and the health of your finances, your relationships. Everything that occurs in your life affects you. And the thing is, if one of those areas is out of balance, then it will have a knock-on effect and tip the balance in all those other areas as well. Now, this also applies to your body. Now, your body is made of so many moving parts, many systems, organs, and they're all interconnected. And they all rely on one another to maintain balance, and that's called homeostasis. So if any one of those parts isn't functioning correctly, then that is going to have a knock-on effect on the entire system. So when it comes to your health, it's really important to always look at yourself as a whole. And that means incorporating all of these different parts of you. And as I said, also, my approach is natural. And by that, I mean using all the tools that nature provides. That's natural food and a natural lifestyle. Whilst medical intervention can offer much needed solutions, especially in that emergency room, and whilst HRT might provide relief from some symptoms for some women, it doesn't work for all women. And there are also many women where medical intervention is not an option for them. And so what I want to do today also is shine a light on what is possible for all women of all ages. This isn't just restricted to menopause, and you'll find out why in a moment. But really to help you approach health holistically and naturally so that you're not dependent on anything outside of you to be whole. And the place that I love to start is with the blood. So much emphasis with our feminine health is focused on hormones. They're seen as the problem. And yet we forget about the most vital aspect of our health, and that's the health of our blood. Now, why is the health of your blood important? Well, as you can see, your blood is your river of life. It's an amazing transportation system that spans 60,000 miles. Blood is essential. It carries oxygen and nutrients to your body's tissues. It takes carbon dioxide and waste away from your tissues. It sustains life and it promotes the health of the entire body. And what's interesting is that your blood comes into contact with almost every cell of your body. Therefore, if you want to know what's going on with your health inside, then all you need to do is look at the blood. Now, already over our lifetimes, our blood has given us so many clues as to the state of our health. You know, as women, our menstrual blood, its presence or its absence, lets us know whether or not we're in balance. And as menopause approaches, blood naturally declines. According to traditional Chinese medicine, it's the body's way of returning all that nutrient-rich blood back to our bodies so we can be nourished. Well, why not? We've given away so much in our life to others. Now is our time. And that's what menopause is. It's nature's way of replenishing us and giving us longevity. But if the process is thwarted with symptoms of pain, irregular bleeding, brain fog, fatigue, then that's the body's way of letting us know that our blood, our river of life, is struggling. And so we need to pay attention. So if the blood is struggling, imagine how that is affecting your endocrine system. Now, the endocrine system, this is the place that makes all of your hormones, not just those pesky sex hormones that we focus on during menopause. No, all of them. That's your growth hormones, stress hormones, love hormones. And those hormones affect the quality of your energy, your metabolism, your sleep, and so on. And the only way that those hormones can get to the right places in your body is by being transported by the blood. So if your blood is unhealthy, if your blood has become sticky because you're stressed, because you have an unnatural diet and an unnatural lifestyle, and you're exposed to toxins, then the blood cannot transport those hormones or anything else for that matter, not even the waste products that your body no longer needs. So how do we know if our blood is unhealthy, and what can we do to improve it? Well, like I said, an easy first step is to actually look at it. And that's what I do using live blood analysis. I can place a single drop of your blood from your finger under a microscope and determine the health of your entire body. And by observing the blood, especially while it's alive, not like a blood test, you can gain an understanding as to why it's unwell and determine then which natural and holistic changes you can make that will help restore it back to health so that your entire body can flourish and those hormones can get to where they need to go. So I'm going to share a little bit about Michelle now. And this is what sticky blood looks like. So meet Michelle. She's a woman in her 50s. And she, prior to us having taken this first sample, she literally just stopped taking HRT. It was just doing nothing for her. She was highly stressed, working all the hours God sent. barely seeing the light of day. She had chronic pain. She has a fibromyalgia diagnosis. She wasn't exercising. She was barely eating anything all day. And she was literally just surviving on whatever she was given in the evening when she got home from work. And she was hardly drinking any water at all, literally propped up on cups of coffee all day. Every Sunday, she spent in bed, literally horizontal. She could do nothing else. So it was in bed on Sundays, and then it was Groundhog Day again on Monday. And for the rest of that week, boom, 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 right through until Sunday again when she was back in bed. It was just relentless. And she just couldn't see a way out of this cycle. Now, after seeing her blood and recognizing the impact her lifestyle was having on her health, she was inspired to make some very simple changes. And some of those changes are what I'm about to share with you today. And just by making a few adjustments, she's achieved, well, I'll show you, she's achieved this. So you can see a stark contrast there. The blood isn't clumped together like it was before. And just so you know, we have tiny capillaries in our body, and it's through those capillaries that the blood cells travel down there in single file to get to where they need to go. They're tiny. Imagine all that clogged up blood that you could see earlier trying to get down those capillaries. It's just not going to happen. And if you think about not just the hormones and all the other goodness that we want the blood to transport around our body, oxygen, how the hell are we functioning if our blood is clogged up like that? Now, looking at Michelle's blood now, it's much improved, and she's showing the signs of that improvement as well. She has more energy. She's even happier. Her pain has gone down. Her home life is better. The communication with her husband and son have improved. You know, it's this ripple effect. When you feel good, that energy radiates out. She's even improved her diet, and she's getting up early in the morning now and making time for herself before the day even begins. And the best part of all this is the moment that she allowed herself to let go of all of that stress and tension, the universe stepped in and brought to her a new job opportunity, which is better hours, better salary, and less stressful. So she's having a whale of a time. And don't get me wrong, there's still work to do here, but the severity level has changed dramatically. And as a result, her body has now got a chance to heal and support her for the rest of her life. So how can you improve the health of your blood and reduce your menopause symptoms and other symptoms as well? Well, very easily. And one step, this is just one step, but it's a really, really important one. And if there's one thing, this is the one thing that you do, it will have a massive impact on your entire health and well-being. And that's to love your liver. The liver is a very, very important organ. And I know as soon as I mention the word liver to people, they think, oh my God, I'm going to have to stop drinking. Yeah, there is that element, but you know, there's lots of other things we can do. It really is a vital organ, and all of our organs are vital. The liver is quite special. It has so many functions. And some of the main ones being that it's a filter for the blood. It's a place where vitamins, sugars, fats, and other nutrients are stored. A really relevant one is that it helps regulate hormones, in particular estrogens, because they are metabolized by the liver. The liver also releases chemicals and nutrients when the body needs it. It's there to detoxify toxic chemicals from the body inside and out. So it's things like caffeine, it's things like alcohol, medications, because they are toxins. When we take a medication in, it changes our physiology, but we're still left with the debris from that chemical. and other toxins from intestinal microbes as well. We also have to look at our gut health. And there's so much more that the liver does. Now, something that's really interesting, and again, this is one small piece of it, but a vital component. Now, the liver is also involved in a process that is called methylation. Okay. Now, methylation is how the liver detoxifies and breaks down toxic material. Okay, that's the short version. So if you think about it, if the liver isn't functioning properly, then we will become very unwell because it's not able to detoxify and break down toxins. Okay. Now, there are many symptoms of poor methylation, and I just want you to take a look at this. Okay, look at these symptoms. How many of these are classed as perimenopause or menopause symptoms? All of them. Okay, so we have to remember that menopause is not a medical condition. All right, there are over 50 symptoms associated with menopause. It's actually a very unique experience. And it's not something that can be specifically diagnosed. So we really have to take a step back from the medical perspective of menopause, because it can't be put in a box. It's really a whole host of symptoms that have occurred over our lifetime. And as women, we change and evolve. And when we get to this age, in our late 40s, early 50s, we're going through so much in our lives. We have emotional stress, physical stress, mental stress. There's a lot of change going on. And yes, hormones are fluctuating, but they do that all of the time. We really have to be mindful of the body and the fact that it changes all of the time. So these symptoms aren't necessarily just down to menopause. You can't just write yourself off. There's lots of things that you can do to help yourself. And what if it's because your liver is struggling, because the health of your blood isn't optimal? And then what if you can support the health of your blood, which in turn improves the health of your liver, and you get to relieve all of these so-called menopause symptoms from your life? So let's just go over those symptoms. Changes in blood pressure, cholesterol levels, brain fog, low energy, unrefreshing sleep, hot flushes, digestive issues, migraines, mood swings. Yeah. So we have to be mindful that our bodies don't send us these symptoms because we're designed to suffer. They send us these symptoms to let us know that our body desperately requires our attention. And I just want to say that, you know, your symptoms are very real, but they don't have to be. So what if, through very simple dietary and very simple lifestyle change, you could optimize the functionality of your liver? You could improve the quality of your blood and enjoy a healthy, happy menopause. Well, you can, as I said earlier, by loving your liver. The liver loves leafy green vegetables. We all know we're supposed to eat our greens, right? But as our bodies change, we require more vitamins and minerals, and leafy green veg is full of those. In fact, it's full of vital B vitamins. Now, B vitamins help support methylation of the liver. Okay. Now, low levels of B vitamins relate to dementia, heart disease, osteoporosis. Okay. So there's a lot of fear around the fact that as women go through menopause, they are at higher risk of dementia and heart disease. Okay, there may be There may be statistics for that, but what if we can help support that by supporting our body and giving it the vital nutrients that it needs, rather than pouring in more toxic chemicals like HRT? Now, okay, you might be thinking, well, if I've got these symptoms and I'm lacking B vitamins, then I can just go out, buy a ton of B vitamins and job done. It's not as simple as that. Think about it. If your body is giving you signs that your liver is already struggling, okay, and if we look at your blood and it's already clogged and sticky, then bringing more things into the mix, pouring more stuff into an overburdened body is just going to make matters worse. This is why it's really important to understand yourself as a whole and look at each moving part, so then we can take the right steps to help you get to where you need to be. So instead of adding more potential toxicity, my suggestion is make some adjustments with the food that you're already eating. And you can do that very simply by replacing some food groups, especially animal proteins and fats, so reducing those and bringing in more leafy greens instead. So it can just be a simple case of increasing and decreasing the ratio of those foods. And when you're having more leafy greens, you're getting more fiber as well. And that fiber is also essential for heart health. So if we move along, you can see also that your liver loves EFAs. Now, they are essential fatty acids. So yeah, that's fat. And I did just say reduce those, but there's different types of fats. And these fats are called essential fatty acids because they are essential. And that means your body cannot make them. You have to give it to your body through the food that you eat. Now, the two primary EFAs are omega-3 and omega-6. And you can get a good supply of those from chia seeds or flax seeds. Maybe you already eat those. Now, essential fatty acids are necessary for lots of things, including healthy hormone production. So these essential fatty acids really help with the formation of healthy cell membranes. So if we're thinking about your blood and we're wanting those lovely, lovely, healthy red blood cells, then essential fatty acids are a key component for helping those develop. So they also help with the proper development and functioning of the brain and the nervous system. Helps with thyroid and adrenal health, hormone production, regulation of blood pressure, liver function, our immune and inflammatory responses. It also helps regulate blood clotting. So it's really crucial that we have these in our lives. And also they help to support healthy skin and healthy hair, which is something that many women do struggle with at this time in their lives. So moving on, your liver also loves hydration. Now, drinking water isn't always about quantity, but quality. And in order to hydrate, we need to do so on a cellular level. All right, we need water also that is toxin-free and mineral-rich. So there's a lot to learn about water. It's not just a case of picking up a glass and knocking it back. And by looking at the blood, we can uncover the ways in which water can support you better. Adding electrolytes to water is easy, such as adding a lemon, a whole squeezed lemon, first thing in the morning into a glass of water. That will really help boost hydration. It will help cleanse the liver and give you a good supply of electrolytes and boost your energy. So there's a tip there. And finally, the liver loves light. You know, we are living creatures. And just like plants, our bodies require amounts of light to thrive. And when the light makes contact with the skin, vitamin D is activated in the liver. So having light come into contact with our skin is not always practical, especially in the winter. But did you know you can activate vitamin D production through your eyes? So getting outside, seeing daylight, taking off those sunglasses and allowing that light to enter your eyes on a daily basis will help your body produce vitamin D and will help you on so many other levels as well. Now, there is something else that the liver loves, and that is less stress. Now, stress is by far the biggest driver of all of our symptoms, and in my opinion, the root of all disease. It's not always about food, and finding ways to reduce your stress, to slow down and relax, even if it's just for a few minutes a day, will help towards keeping your liver and your blood healthy. Now, I work with traditional Chinese medicine, and in this practice, the liver's health directly affects the circulation of the blood and our qi, which is our life force energy. And when the liver qi is stagnant or blocked, it can cause a buildup of heat. Okay? So that heat, those hot flushes, are they being generated because your liver is blocked and stagnant? Okay? It can also generate high blood pressure. And if we think about the liver and the emotional aspect, it ties in with the emotions of anger and rage. So irritation, that boiling up. Okay? These things are all being driven by stress. We have to get the stress down. And there's lots of ways that you can do that, and lots of ways that don't cost a penny. Once you know how to apply it yourself, you can get yourself out of the stress response and into the relaxation response very easily and very effectively. And this can help on so many levels. It can help with your sleep, your mood, your weight, and most importantly, it can help with the health of your blood. Working with facial reflexology and the moon cycles like I do, it is a great way to help understand your body on an emotional level and just really understand your body better entirely. And when you do that, you can take charge of your emotions and actually use them the way that they're designed to be. And they're actually energy. So they can provide you with a lot of motivation. They can be a really empowering tool when you're not letting them run the show. So if we can stress less, we can love life more. So remember, menopause, it isn't for life, but the health of your blood is. Thank you for listening to this presentation and giving me the opportunity to share this with you. If you'd like to get in touch, you have any questions, then please do drop me a line. My email address is julie@juliegrint.com. And this presentation will be available to watch over in my Facebook group, which is called Awakened and Empowered Women. You can find me on Facebook. And yeah, feel free to send me a DM or an email anytime with any questions. And I really hope that this has helped. And I really hope that you can start to love your liver and really start to support the health of your blood and live the rest of your life in a body that you love. Take good care. Bye-bye.